Say hello to the Honor Magic V3. Yes, I got my hands on one. Thanks to Honor for sending this out as a review unit. It's here, and this phone is innovation. So I got to give these guys a big tip of my hat because if you take a look at what we get with the Honor Magic V3 versus, let's say, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, we have the same old, same old, same old for years and years and years, and then we have this breath of fresh air. And just look at the difference there, the size difference, several millimeters thinner, just over 9 millimeters when this is closed. I mean, just take a look at this next to the iPhone 15. It's basically just slightly thicker than the iPhone 15, but this is a foldable phone where Badao, take a look at that. That's insane. Look how thin this is. So I appreciate what they've done here. Now this phone, big fan of it, and well, we're going to talk about it. Let's dive in and take a look at it. Here we have it, the belle of the ball, Magic V3. So let's talk about some specs real quick while we take a look at this beautiful phone. So 9.2 millimeters, ultra slim, the thinnest foldable phone that money can buy. So let's take a look at this next to the OG Pixel Fold. Yeah, definitely a lot slimmer than that. And then let's take a look at it next to the OnePlus Open. Yep, definitely slimmer than that. And then the Z Fold 6. Like take a look at this. Like it's just incredible whenever you talk about the size of this phone. We'll go ahead and open it up. And now look how thin this is. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. There we go. Man, it just looks like this phone is light years ahead of the competition when you take a look at it. And then, of course, I think the camera module certainly looks more impressive, and it's not three-year-old cameras in this phone. So, man, the design on this phone is beautiful, and the cameras are good. I've taken quite a few photos with it as well. We'll get more of that later in the video. But yeah, this phone comes in three colors. I've got the green color, comes in reddish brown, also in black. It weighs 226 grams. It's lighter than the Z Fold 6, and it has a 7.92-inch screen on the inside, a 6.43 on the outside. So the exterior screen, OLED, 91% screen to body ratio. So it goes all the way, almost edge to edge, up to 5,000 nits brightness. Now this has got to be in auto mode when you're outside and it kicks in because it's bright, but 5,000 nits. That's almost twice as much as we get with the Z Fold 6. It has a 1080p Full HD Plus screen resolution, so that's 2376 by 1060. But because of the size and dimension of the screen, it's 402 pixels per inch. So that's nice, and it's got Honor's anti-scratch nano crystal shield coating on it, and it has stylus support, so that's something nice too. Now on the inside, 7.92 inches. Now this is a beautiful big interior screen, OLED as well, 90% screen to body ratio, 90.5, and it's got 120 hertz refresh rate, front and so inside and the outside both have 120 hertz. LTPO throttles down to 1 hertz. And that's really important because it helps save on the battery, right? So if you're looking at a still image, 1 hertz, that basically means cycles. How many times per second is the screen refreshing? So if it's not doing anything, it goes down to 1, and then it goes up to 120 hertz when you're doing stuff, playing games, watching videos, active stuff, and that's really nice. So it's also 2376 by 1060, sorry, wrong one, 2344 by 2156. So Quad HD Plus on the inside, 402 pixels per inch, stylus support as well, and it has Honor's super armored inner screen. It's supposed to be very, very, very durable, and it's supposed to be reinforced, very durable. And I'm not going to stab it with something to try and mess it up, but take a look at this. Look at that crease. So take a look at this crease, and then we're going to pull up the Z Fold 6 again, just so we can take a look at that. So Z Fold 6 screen, this is their crease. Very, very pronounced, very sharp, kind of like a ditch running through the middle of it. And then so much more shallow and less pronounced on the Magic V3. So yes, definitely good there. So fantastic stuff when it comes to the screen. I've been using it for a couple of weeks now, and they were kind enough to send this out to me early. I got this early. I've been using it, and it's been such a refreshing experience compared to even the latest Z Fold 6. I've got the OnePlus Open Apex Edition. I've got the original Pixel Fold. So those are some important things. Also with the display, it's supposed to be easier and lighter on your eyes than ever. One thing with looking at these bright screens up close all the time is it messes with our vision. And you've got some really good PWM. So PWM on the interior screen is 3840 hertz, so super high, so flicker-free dimming. And then on the outside, 4320 PWM as far as that goes. So you got the AI defocus display, dynamic dimming, circadian night display, natural tone. This is probably the best screen out there as far as for comfort, eye relief, and high quality and not having any flickering. So that's great. Now the camera setup, you see this massive camera module on the outside, and I'll show you some samples I took here as we get more into this. But rear camera setup, 50-50-40. So 50 megapixel wide angle, 50 megapixel periscope telephoto, optical image stabilization, LiDAR, all that good stuff, autofocus, and then 40 megapixel ultra wide camera. So that's what you get here. You get a pretty robust camera system. And one thing I really like, so you get a 20 megapixel selfie camera on the front, but then when you open it up, it has the exact same 20 megapixel camera on the inside. So that's one thing I really like about this, because you get the same high quality selfie experience on the inside as you do on the outside. This isn't like some of the other ones. It's not like the under the screen one on the Samsung that's really poor quality. You get a really good selfie experience on the inside and the outside. So I like that. It shoots 4K video on the rear and the front camera, so you got 4K video rolling there. It is limited to 4K 30 on the selfie camera, but you get 4K 60 on the primary camera. This is a video test with the Honor Magic V3 selfie camera. So 4K at 30 frames per second. Sadly, it doesn't do 60 frames per second. Whether you need that or not is up for debate, but I wanted to go ahead and test this out. I'm outside. You can see nice and bright and sunshiny out here. A little bit of a breeze today, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to test out not only the selfie camera, but the microphones. So that way you can get a good feel for, like, okay, if I'm gonna use this outside, if I'm gonna walk around, if you're gonna shoot some content, if you're gonna make some video clips and all that, this is like a reasonable expectation of what you would get with the phone. So I just wanted to show this off. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is it good, bad, thumbs up, thumbs down, all that stuff. And yeah, let me know what you think. And then you get the Snapdragon 8 Generation 3. So you got the same chip that we've got in the Z Fold 6. So you got this Snapdragon 8 Generation 3, and you also got 12 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabytes of storage. This thing is loaded for bear. Like, it's got tons and tons of storage, great RAM, all that good stuff. And it's got a 5,150 milliamp battery. So it's crazy that Samsung still can't give us a 5,000 milliamp battery in this blocky beast. But in this, we get just over a 5,000 milliamp battery. That's actually even better than the S24 Ultra. S24 Ultra has 5,000 milliamp battery. This one, 5,150. That's incredible. Now, but wait, there's more. So we have a 66 watt wired charging. So none of this 25 watt charging business, none of this super slow charging, 66 watt wired charging, and then 50 watt wireless Honor Supercharge. So that's something that's cool too. Speakers are solid on here. It's got Bluetooth 5.3, USB-C, Wi-Fi 7. It's got NFC, so you can do your wireless contactless payments. So that's great. And you've got other great stuff too that goes along with it. So it's running Magic OS 8, which is Android 14. So it's got 14 out of the box. It'll get 15. It'll get several years of support on top of that. So this is something that's going to last you a while. And 24-bit audio, 3 microphones, stereo voice reception, DTS X Ultra algorithm for the audio. And then you've got 2 SIM cards. So SIM 1, SIM 2, and you've got support for eSIM as well. So this phone, when you stack it up, and even got some AI features now too. So they've working on their AI stuff. It's supposed to have some cool AI features, and that's something that is really nice to have as well when it goes along with this phone, because AI is the future. It's the frontier everybody's been working on with their different phones. So that's nice to have in here as well. You get Honor's Magic Eraser, you get face-to-face translation, Honor Notes, where you can have a recording and then it transcribes into the notes while you're actively talking or listening. And take a look at this hinge. Like, this hinge is beautiful. Like, it's nice, it's reflective. I mean, it does get some fingerprints on it. I want to show you something though, because it does come with the case. It comes with a screen protector built into the screen. That's something that I absolutely love. And then you get this nice case inside of the box as well. It's got a hinge protector, which is cool. So it protects the hinge, and you even got a front plate that goes along with it as well. So you've got the front plate. I don't have it on here because I'm doing other stuff like trying to show you the phone. But this is nice. It's beautiful vegan leather. And then it has a little ring here. You can use this to prop it up. So that's nice. Very, very thoughtful design. And I love this. It's nice. It's smooth. I'm going to tell you a funny story. So I went to go eat the other day and I had this in my front pocket and I reached in and it felt like it was my wallet. So I go up to the restaurant and I sit down, I eat, I get ready to pay. I reach in and I'm like, this isn't my wallet. This is my phone. So I had to have my son come bring me my wallet so I could pay. But yeah, they've done a lot of great stuff here. And hey, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the photos. I meant to do that a second ago. Let's take a look at some of the photos. So you can see some of the photos I've taken. Of course, it's got macro capability. It's got the telephoto. It's got your regular primary camera, ultra wide. I think the selfies are really good on the front and on the inside. And it's got AI photography as well. So on-device AI-enabled photography. It's got AI motion sensing for lightning fast shots, so that way you can get those good shots. It doesn't have the delay like Samsung has. It's got the Honor AI portrait engine as well for the enhancements for the portrait shots and hardcore portrait modes, AI group photo correction. So it's got some good stuff there, but I like the colors. I like the sharpness. I like the natural look. This isn't like with Samsung where everything is saturated, and unrealistic looking. They've done a great job with it, fine tuning the photo engine in here. And then, like, which one do you want, right? You take a look at the Z Fold 6, you take a look at the Honor Magic V3. And I think that this camera module is better. I think it's more impressive. And I know that they're saying that the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold is supposed to have the best camera, whatever it comes to foldable phones, but I think that's just because this one hadn't been announced yet when they made that claim. I think that the cameras on this are going to be better. And I certainly think the primary sensor is going to be better than the Pixel 7a camera that's in your $1,800 Pixel Fold 2, right? But yeah, I think they're doing a great job here. And of course, you get the charger in the box, the charging cable. Everything's ready to go with this phone. And of course, like I said, case, screen protector, those things are really important to me because if you've got this really expensive phone, you want to make sure that it's protected and you don't have to worry about ordering aftermarket accessories, waiting for them to show up. That's a good thing here. But I've been really enjoying using this phone. It's great for gaming. It's great for content consumption, great for watching videos, great. It's good for multitasking. And yeah, I mean, it's not perfect. And it does have stylus support. I don't have a stylus to use with it, but when you talk about Samsung, I think they're still leading the way with the S Pen there, and also with the multitasking, I think might be a little bit better on Samsung, and also Dex, like you've got Dex mode. So there are still some things where, yeah, you've got some nice features with the Samsung. You also got 7 years of support. We don't quite have that over here, but when you take a look at it from a design, from a hardware level, from thoughtfulness, from actually caring, I think, about your product and selling something that people want. And that's the key thing here. Selling something that people want. And you see that proof is in the pudding with the Samsung. Z Fold 6 sold less than 300,000 phones in the first 2 weeks. And they've been losing market share like crazy. Honor is one of the top 3 when it comes to improving and increasing market share over the last couple of years, especially the last year when it comes to foldables. It's got IPX8. It doesn't have a technical dust rating. That's fine. That's something we've seen with a lot of these phones. And quite honestly, the Z Fold 6 has what, IP48, where it says that it's protected up to 1 millimeter objects getting in the hinge. That's big. Like in the world of millimeters, that's pretty large. And it probably had that protection before. I think they just are giving it a number now to make it sound like it's better. You've got a selfie camera, you got facial recognition, you've got the fingerprint sensor built into the power button, which is something I like. You can see it's nice, responsive, quick, it works well. You've got good buttons here, all day battery life. And of course, just like any phone, if you get on it, if you want to sit there and play Call of Duty Mobile for hours on end, yeah, you can kill the battery faster. But from a day-to-day perspective, mixed usage, definitely can get all day battery out of this. That 5,150 milliamp battery is excellent when it comes to this phone. And yeah, every time I grab this phone and I pick it up, it just feels so smooth and premium. I like how light it is. And I love having this big front screen experience because when you take a look at the smaller screen on the Z Fold, and I get it, like Samsung, you have a phone like this, you want to encourage people to use the entire screen. The main screen is the interior screen on this one, but you're not compromising. You're getting a full-size phone screen experience here that doesn't have any compromises. Great, beautiful display. Huge, huge when it comes to the nits, and it's super, super bright. And yeah, I know this comes off as kind of a glowing, super positive thing, like, but I'm excited. Maybe you can tell that from this video. Not too crazy excited about the Z Fold 6. Yes, the OnePlus Open Apex is cool, but it's not a new phone. It's just a newer version. This right here, with what they've done with the dimensions, with the power, with the big battery, with the camera, and just how thin they made this, it has been really, really nice. One other area I wish it had a little bit more improvement. The haptics when you're typing are not the greatest. I think Samsung has better haptics. I think OnePlus has better haptics. But yeah, from a usability perspective and just really having a fun time using this phone, they did a good job. So that's all I have on my review of the Honor Magic V3. Excellent phone, did a great job here. A true specimen in the foldable phone world. I mean, you saw it next to the Pixel Fold, you saw it next to the OnePlus Open, you saw it next to the Z Fold 6. Honor's done some great stuff here, and I think this is a special phone. I've really been enjoying using it. I'm getting 5G here with T-Mobile in the United States, and they've done some really impressive stuff here. So big thumbs up there. Kudos to those guys. And let me go ahead and sign off. But if you have any questions or comments, concerns, gripes, complaints, go to the comments section and we'll talk about it there. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and a little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.